Senator Metz.
Yes, thank you, Madam President, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate. You know, I wrestled with this because but for me, and I shared it in committee, when there used to be a lot of streetwalkers around my house. And my mother would be coming from the factory, taking the bus home, and there'd be the Johns following her in the car. I'd be 14 years old with my Babe Ruth uniform on. I'd have to come out with my bat. The house I live now, my grandmother gave it to me when my wife and I first got married. It needed a lot of repairs. We were just out of college. So it kind of looked a little abandoned until we got it fixed up. So someone used to pull in the driveway and pull the tricks in my yard. And then one day my son was about 4 or 5 years old. He's looking out the window. I'm saying, what's he looking out the window at? I go and look, so sure enough, they call them tricks. The Johns and the prostitute was in the yard in the car, and I still have my baseball bat from my Babe Ruth days. And of course, I went out on the yard and cleared my yard out. So what I want to express to you, as much compassion as I have for people that are trying to survive, is the impact that happens to the rest of us. It's the families that live around that. So the impact goes beyond that, because if you let evil, and it's morally wrong, and I understand, I'm sensitive to the mandatory sentencing, I'm sensitive to the poverty, but it's still wrong. Now, the impression that made on me as a kid coming up, the impression it made on my mother trying to support a family coming from the factory, trying to take a bus home and being harassed. So it goes beyond them. It goes beyond, and think about it. In the district that Senator Pachado and certainly Senator Jabor in the urban areas where this is taking place, you know, people gravitate. Where are all the adult entertainment centers? Along Allen's Avenue in my district and some of yours, valleys in different places. So yes, I'm sensitive to the poverty. I'm sensitive to the mandatory sentencing. I'm sensitive to some of these things that we try to address. But it's very simple. It says, "Woe to them that call good evil and evil good." So for that reason, it's not quite the compromise that I wanted. I like Senator Jabor's bill, but I'm going to be voting. It's a very hard decision for me, but I'm going to be voting for this compromise legislation. Thank you.
Senator Miller.
Yes, I will vote for this bill, but not because I think it's a good bill, but because I understand the effort that went into this bill, and the effort not only by the people who worked very hard from the beginning on it, but the people and the inclusiveness of the people who were actually opposed to this bill and their ideas. I don't think it'll be effective, but I honor the work that went into this bill to make it a better bill and a bill that more of us could vote yes on. Thank you.
Senator Crowley.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to stand and agree with Senator Metz on what he said about the poverty and the sin and how it brings down a neighborhood. It's a difficult bill to say that you agree with. You certainly don't want to put people in need in prison, but I think it equalizes not only the person who's walking the street and put in prison, but the person whose house is right next to the school influencing children, putting them in prison as well. There's a whole bunch of things. I certainly respect Senator Perry and Senator Levesque in this whole issue. More importantly, I think we're striving here to equalize a sin or an ill that has been biblical. Thank you, Madam President.